You ever heard of Bloody Mary? That dumb story that kids dare each other to do in front of a mirror? Yeah. You wanna do it? Get real. You afraid? Oh, come on. That's kid stuff. I dare you. Or are you too scared? I'll do it with you. Fine, fine. Bloody Mary? Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. prison. Once the day is done, hush mumbling promises. If I throw the door open, I don't know what they are or from whence they come, but they appear outside when the day is done. I turn up the television and refuse to look outside, and try to ignore the whispers and never give reply. They come at night. They come at night. My neighbor was found, ripped apart and killed. I heard his tortured screaming like a slaughtered pig squeals. Shadows fill and fade the curtain from the moon. I pray and clench my eyes, praying dawn is soon. This home is a prison. Once the day is done, hush mumbling promises. If I throw the door open, I don't know what they are or from whence they come, but they appear outside when the day is done. I turn up the television and refuse to look outside, and try to ignore the whispers and never give reply. They come at night. They come at This village in the forest once boasted 50 souls, but the number dwindles slowly like the glowing of the coals. I don't know what they are Reaching comes like sharpening claws and a worrying squeal, causing hard pause. The mattress lifts from prying scrapes, but not from hands from other shapes. Fearing the impossible like monsters We grew up in the city, and your preparation's poor. You were lost for a week, most thought you were dead, but like magic I found you, and I meant what I said. I love you so much, your heart is like mine. I love you so much, our lives are entwined. No matter what happens or what we go through, you don't have to worry. or expanded with bloat. Flies all gone, spread out like a float. Advanced in decay, blood all but dried. Here, there, everywhere, across the hillside. An interesting riddle, best left unsolved. Scattered like grass seed, body dissolved. Murder was evident, a horror to some. I smile at the news, I left you gruesome. I smile at the news, I left you gruesome. Remember the beginning, I'll never let go. I said those words true, more than you'd know. You tried to escape and fled from my reach, but I found you again. Please forgive, you beseeched. An interesting riddle, best left unsolved. Scattered like grass seed, body dissolved. Murder was evident, a horror to some. I smile at the news, I left you gruesome. I smile at the news, I left you gruesome. I told you once, baby, once one, now two. I'm true to my word, if only you Vampires are vanity, werewolves just aggression. Zombies are base instinct, nothing but reflection. We fear the unknown, but the known is far worse, because each one of us are victims of our curse. Go looking for darkness or baleful sin, not only external, start looking within. Monsters are created within guilty minds, with claws and sharp fangs and frightening was respectless, and they took it as blasphemy. Wood and plastic bound with steel, shapes of male and female vague, now smeared in filthy green, like victims of a plague. But from the city dump, the faceless bodies crawled, seeking bloody revenge for the old woman who lay sprawled. Was an accident committed by my 3 friends and I. We broke into the shop, but never meant for her to die. If only it went to plan and the old woman had just given in, instead of holding out and not getting us the pin. But from the city dump, the faceless bodies crawled, seeking bloody revenge for the old woman who lay sprawled. Mannequins. The others won't answer calls. I'm sure that they're all dead, and the scratching sounds aren't just in my head. Move with jerking, cracking sounds, hiding in the darkness, pursuing like bloodhounds. Mannequins out for revenge. Mannequins, wooden fingers, bladed ends. Mannequins. With ears split and shriek, the ocean poured in much more than a leak. The lucky died fast upon impact strong. The unlucky like me were just pulled along. The ship turned belly up like the whales we sought, pierced by harpoons and the murder we wrought. Choke. We're dead below deck. Dead below deck. The unseeing gaze of other corsairs, bobbing and floating, blocking my air, pushing and pulling at the wood caulker, or be taken below to Davy Jones' locker. Vision edging dark, lungs burning so, reaching for the surface as the ship sinks below. Barely enough room to steal a quick breath, fighting so hard against a skeleton in decay, tied with skin leather, kissed every day.